How's it going, and welcome back to another Baggy Man video. Today we're looking at Am I the Asshole? The subreddit where people that have questionable morals go and, see what the rest of the internet thinks about their shenanigans. In any case, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, am I the asshole for initially laughing after seeing my boyfriend shave his facial hair? Okay, so my initial response is no. Mainly because, we've all seen, our mates fucking go from 30 to 12 if, they decide to go for a new look, go for a clean cut, and they've had a big beard. So some of my mates I genuinely would not recognize on the street if they had completely shaved their facial hair. So, let's get into it. So my boyfriend, 24 male, and I, 21 female, have been officially together for around 5 months. He's had a full beard the entire time I've known him, and I guess he's mostly kept the beard since he started growing facial hair around 15. 15? Jesus Christ. I still can't grow facial hair, and I'm fucking 25, So the only pictures I've seen of him without one are from when he was in middle school or younger. Yesterday, when he was on lunch at work, he FaceTimed me and surprised me that he had gone fully shaved. He didn't tell me he was planning it, so it kind of shocked me. When I answered the phone, my first thought was that it was his high school age brother that he lives with that looks a lot like him. And when I realized it was him, I kind of gasped and then couldn't help myself for laughing for a minute. Yeah, this is totally fine. Honestly, it's a dramatic change. You know what I mean? You're gone if you fucking shave your head. You know what I mean? And you go up to your missus. You're gonna get a reaction. It might not be the reaction that you want because it's a drastic change. It's like if you fucking came up with a bunch of full sleeve tattoos. You know what I mean? I don't know. This seems fine. Obviously, he seemed kind of upset, but I tried to make sure and tell him that I still like how he looks. I was just very surprised because he looks decently different and much younger without facial hair, and I wasn't expecting to answer the call. Yeah, what? This is fine. Why are you like this? He still seemed upset and quickly hung up afterwards, and something like, "This is why I never fully shave." I was supposed to see him today, but he's been pretty dry with few responses since then. Am I the asshole for my reaction? Alright, okay, let's try and see it from the other guy's point of view. I can see if you have a weak chin and you're a bit overcompensating with the Giga Chad kind of beard, and you're a little bit insecure, you call up someone that you like and they laugh at it. You gotta be a bit more okay with people not immediately getting this drastic change, in my opinion. It's I don't know, I feel like this is a perfectly normal response. I feel like the boyfriend should have probably kind of lowered his expectations, I guess, in terms of she's not gonna be oh my god, incredibly handsome, maybe if you told her you were gonna do it, but you sprung it on her, so I don't know, fuck it, it's fine. Oh, hold on, there's an edit. Yes, I would definitely be upset if you initially laughed at me for cutting or dyeing my hair. Oh, fuck you. Oh, what do you mean? That's it. That's a pretty good comparison. But I'd also expect it from at least a person or two if I fully shaved my head out of nowhere either way. I don't know. It's like you're comparing a drastic change to a drastic change. You're weakening your argument there if you're saying, oh well, he can't laugh at what I do, then go fuck yourself. Anyway, all right, let's see some of the comments here. Okay, so I'm leaning towards not the asshole, maybe a whisper of you're the asshole. Okay, the reason being that I feel if it were completely surprise laugh, maybe if it were a completely surprised laugh, maybe it would have been explained more thoroughly and hopefully not have been for a minute or so. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, actually, laughing for a minute is a long time. That's a long laugh, man. Maybe you'd be fucking, okay, I get it, but can you actually just be serious for a second? Okay, I can see that. I'd be willing to bet that every second you were laughing, he felt stupider and stupider for shaving. This is it, yeah, 100%. Mentally, I'm seeing this like a kid making a drawing for his parent, and a parent being unable to contain the laughter and crushing the kid's excitement. Yeah, I thought, yeah, that's a perfectly valid response. I was kind of thinking of like, oh well, you just can't, take a joke or something like that. But there is like, the whole thing of like, a joke can go on. You know what I mean? Like it's. We're all for kind of, poking fun at ourselves, but when it feels like it's kind of getting to that level of like, it's too much. So I don't know. I can see both sides to this a bit, but yeah, I think they're both kind of cunts, to be honest with you. But okay, am I the asshole for not letting my daughter wear my sneakers? Okay. Yeah, initially it's gonna depend on how much the goddamn sneakers are, Like, I'm not a shoe guy. I have 3 pairs of shoes, one for running, one for general day-to-day wear, and one for going out. Those are my 3 pairs of shoes. I don't get the hype. It's just not for me. But I know some of my mates have shoes that, like, you need to take out a fucking mortgage to have these shoes, man. So it's like, we'll see. I have about 40 to 50 pairs of shoes. Immediately, like why? You know what? People have their collecting shit. I get it, but it's so frivolous. Like in my head. Anyway, 40 to 50 pairs of shoes, and I really love and take care of them. Okay, this is kind of going the direction I thought it was. By keeping them in boxes and wear certain shoes on special occasions. I rarely spend over 100 on a pair of shoes. Okay, that's alright, but I have a few Air Maxes and Jordans. It is to my knowledge that those are good. So those are my favourite, and the Jordans are probably close to 200. Okay, not crazy money, but like, it's a chunk. It's a chunk of change, My daughter keeps asking to wear my Jordans, and I did let her twice, but he let her, yeah. But now she's come to expect it, probably. Okay, but I don't really want to, because I don't want to get them messed up. That's fair. My husband thinks I'm an asshole because he lets them wear his shirts and sweatshirts all the time. That totally depends on like how costly and how much you give a shit about your shirts and sweatshirts. That's not really like a one-to-one comparison, I plan on saying no the next time she asks, or telling her I don't want to lend them out anymore. You do not have to give your shoes to this kid. One, they're not her shoes. You know what I mean? This is the problem, sometimes with, being lenient in special occasions to kids. It's that sometimes they get to a point where they start expecting it, and so I think after 2 times, it's probably best to kind of get that, boundary set in place, you know what I mean? Because otherwise, it's going to be an expected thing. Let's see what the comments are saying about this one. Okay, yeah, not the asshole. Yeah, I would have thought. You've loaned them to her before, and apparently she treated them well. She's not an asshole for asking for them. Yeah. Okay, yeah. And your husband isn't an asshole for not understanding what has changed. You're also not an asshole because they are your property and you don't have to have a reason. Yeah, exactly, yeah. That said, you have 100 plus pairs of shoes. I can't imagine they're all precious to you. I would suggest that you put your shoes into category. I mean, at the same time, I'm coming from the world of not understanding shoe culture personally. So when I hear like 100 plus pairs of shoes, I'm like, bro, come on, like, give her a couple of pairs of shoes. Like, it's not gonna fucking like kill you, But then it starts, getting to be, is she going to expect that? So I don't know. It's like I feel like this is a judgment call completely. Like, I think like if it was me, I'd be like, yeah, fucking take a pair of the kind of shittier Nikes that I have, like, that still look decent, but like they weren't, crazy expensive. But yeah, fuck it. You're not the asshole. I think you don't have to give your shoes if you don't want them. Want it? Okay, am I the asshole for telling my extended family how many men roughly my sister has slept with after she outed our youngest brother as a virgin? Oh, buddy, we're getting spicy with this one. Okay, right. Let's get into it. We had a family dinner this evening. My family has 4 kids in total. Me, my eldest sister, 29 female, younger sister, 24 female, and youngest brother, 22 male. Okay, so you're all adults basically. Like, extended family attended our family dinner, so all our significant others, our cousins and aunts and uncles, etc. Okay, so big party. During the dinner, my elder sister and youngest brother got into a mild disagreement. My sister seemed, at least to me, to be coming across as very aggressive out of frustration and losing said argument. Okay, the two of them were too absorbed in their argument to realize the rest of us were getting a bit fed up. Eventually, so eventually my sister got really fed up and said, "Shut up, I'm not gonna argue with a 22-year-old that's a fucking bombshell right there. Holy, okay, Jesus. That's like the type of like comment that like everything goes dead quiet and you hear like a knife hit the plate or something like that. You know, that's crazy. Holy fuck. My brother hadn't done any personal attacks up until that point. It was completely unprovoked. I think it might have been the alcohol, as my sister is a mean drunk. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a sucky situation right there. Holy fuck. Okay, anyway, I immediately told my sister to grow up and she was making an embarrassment of herself. Okay, that's warranted. She replied by saying everyone knows he's a virgin and she didn't say anything wrong. Oh gee, yeah, this girl's an asshole. This annoyed me as my bro definitely has confidence issues and doesn't need to be made fun of like this. Like in front of your entire family. Like, oh Jesus, yeah, that's a really fucking that causes like wars. That type of stuff. That's so wild. Like in front of your entire extended family. So there isn't a single person in this guy's life that now doesn't know that he's a virgin. That's rough, man. Holy fuck. So I responded by saying how she slept with well over 100 men while she was in college, and that since everyone in the family knows this is not a big deal, right? Turns out her husband didn't notice amazingly. I genuinely assumed he must have known. He left the party angrily saying my sister misled him about her past. Oh, she had it coming, but yeah, that's just another nuke, like, you know what I mean? Like the sister hit him with the RPG and he hit her with the nuke, man. Like, I mean, that's nearly... Oh, that sucks. Yeah, Jesus, that's just a nasty situation all around, really. The family is blaming me for their marital problems. I refuse to accept I did anything wrong. My sister bullied my brother in front of everyone. All I did was give her a taste of her own medicine. Yeah, I mean, you did. It's not like it was unprovoked, but it's goddamn, it's just like when you escalate the situation even further to that level, you know, it's like that's the type of shit that breaks up families. Like, it really is. Like, I mean, like, it's if that relationship with her husband is now on the rocks because of this kind of thing, that sister is like will probably not talk to you for the next 10 years at least. Like, it feels like they could have gotten over the virgin comment by just saying, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I mean, you know, kind of like, hey, can you actually just sort yourself out? Because like, you are, like, he was right in saying, like, you know, you're making an embarrassment of yourself, like, you know, all this kind of stuff. But then he just kind of he wanted to get that last kind of dunk in, you know what I mean? But it ended up being too much of a dunk, you know? Like, it ended up like he ended up going for the dunk and it ended up like smashing the backboard, and like, you know, the fucking sparks are flying down and the entire stadium crumbles down into the fucking pit that he made. That's how I'm saying at the moment. Let's see what the comments are saying, because that's crazy. Okay, so everyone's the arsehole seems to be the prevailing thing, which is like, yeah, I can kind of see it. One person making personal attacks doesn't mean someone else should, especially since you weren't even in the argument to begin with. Yeah, that's a great point, actually. Like, I know you feel like you need to come to your brother's aid and stuff like that, but if you see your brother getting picked on, you know, you want to kind of like, you know, help him out. So I can see why he inserted himself. He just did it in a very dumb way. Yeah, everyone's the asshole seems to be right. Not cool of her to be going after his brother like that. but there were much better ways of diffusing the argument than stooping to her level of personal attack. Exactly, yeah, regardless of the aftermath. I genuinely think that it could have been solved by, like, because I feel like, is there no adults at the table here? Like, I mean, who is sitting at the table and, like, you know, letting this, like, you know, charade play out? Like, you know, you don't, like, you know, let someone do a personal attack like that, you know? I don't know. That's a weird family dynamic that, like, it had to be another one of the siblings to get involved, rather than, like, you know, even the parents, like, putting the kibosh, like, what the hell are you guys talking about, you know? I don't know. Yeah, that was just a shitty situation. Am I the asshole if I stopped paying my daughter's tuition over the disgusting comment she made towards my new girlfriend? Okay. A lot of detail needs to be put in here before I can weigh in, but let's just get into this one. Okay, so this guy, 56 male, wife died at the young age of 51 from a car accident. I was in deep mourning for about a year after her death. I met my new girlfriend C, 43 female, around January. C was the one who made me laugh for the first time after my wife died. She's smart as hell, 3 Ivy League degrees, okay, fuck. Has a dark sense of humour that I love, a terrific cook, and overall an amazing woman who I can imagine spending the rest of my life with, okay. She's also on the heavier side, a fact that will become relevant later. Ooh, okay, alright. I have 2 children, E 25 male and A 19 female, so, like, young adults basically. They were well aware that I had gotten a new girlfriend before I introduced them to C this summer. She got along immediately with E, but A was very, very standoffish. After that initial meeting, I asked A if there was something wrong, but she denied it. Okay. C made a few more attempts to get to know A, but they were all rudely rejected. Wait, one sec. How long was this after the wife died? Deep mourning for about a year after her death. Oh fuck yeah, a year is soon after the death. Yeah, Jesus. That's I mean, it's, if the daughter was 18 when the mom died and she's now 19 when you're getting into a new relationship, I don't know, man. Are you like immensely surprised that she's not, like, thrilled about it? I'm actually surprised that the son isn't a bit more kind of miffed. Like, I mean, it's just a bit, it seems like you're kind of just shoehorning this relationship in. This is my initial kind of, like, reaction, but let's keep going. E and A, so both of the kids, came home for the Thanksgiving dinner. I asked A to please be polite during the meal, since she's always been a bit rude in her interactions with C, even though C has been nothing but gracious in return. It's not about, like, the mom, the new, like, mom can be, like, you know, as incredible as, like, you know, as this woman is, you know, but, like, it doesn't really matter. It's like, it feels like to her you're replacing her mom with this new stranger. I'm not usually seeing this guy's side to this story. The dinner was going as well as it could have for the first 10 minutes, although I noticed A glaring at C the entire time. Oh, something just came to my head there as well. Like, cause, like, obviously I'm not American, so I don't really know about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving dinner, from what I've seen, is pretty damn family orientated. Like, it's like, it's basically like Christmas dinner, right? It's like everyone kind of, like, gets together and, like, you know, says what they're thankful for. I'm not American, sorry, but if that is the case, then I can see A just being pissed off because she's even in the head. It's like she doesn't accept her as family, not yet at least. It's like the wounds are still pretty fucking raw from her mom dying, you know what I mean? So I'm not like, yeah, let me see. The dinner was going as well as it could have for the first 10 minutes, although I noticed A glaring at C the entire time. When C went to grab her third helping of mashed potatoes, A said, "Don't you think you've eaten enough, you fat pig?" Okay, yeah, alright. C started sobbing immediately and ran off into the bedroom. I felt my face turn red and told A to get out. Okay. Alright, so her anger is definitely misdirected. Like, you cannot blame this woman for existing, you know, like, you know, like it's like she definitely shouldn't have said, "Don't you think you've eaten enough, you fat pig?" Like, that's just like a fucking, I mean, it's just it's an awful thing to say to anyone, really, but like, especially someone that's like, you know, just, you know, trying to have a nice kind of meal and trying to ingratiate herself into your family. But I genuinely think that the OP is just, you know, completely out of touch with, like, you know, the grieving process for, like, you know, his kids. Like, I genuinely think that he might have gotten over this, but goddamn, that was their mom, you know, that died. And so it's like, that's a hard situation to see yourself in, you know. And, you know, a year after, I don't know, one more paragraph left of this and we'll wrap it up. About half an hour after A left, I texted her saying that I would no longer be able to pay her tuition unless, one, she apologized to C, and two, C accepts her apology. I think that's fair. I feel like the daughter is completely misdirecting her anger onto C, because she's not really processing it to the point where she realized, oh no, it's actually the dad who's kind of, you know, or the OP, he's putting her in this situation, I think, you know. And so, yeah, I think that, like, if you apologize to C, and C has to accept her apology, which means that, like, you know, she has to actually mean the apology. It can't just be like a half-arsed kind of thing. I feel like that's a fair kind of thing. But I think that the OP needs to do some self-reflecting here, because that's just wild. Like, that I can't get over that time frame. Like, a year after your wife died, like the mother of your kids. Like, I don't know. It's just it's a little soon, you know. Not a little soon. It's a lot. It's a fucking lot soon. A must have assumed that I was bluffing, because she instead doubled down on her behavior during Thanksgiving dinner. I then logged into her university's tuition payment website, cancelled next semester's tuition, and sent A the screenshots. God, she called me crying and begged me to reconsider, but I told her my mind was made up. Ooh, man. Yeah. That sucks. Holy fuck. I don't know if this is the time to be kind of Mr. Tough Love, man. I feel like this dad really needs to cut this kid a break, man. You know, like, I mean, Jesus Christ, her mom died a year ago. You know, like, it's just it's an awful thing when you lose your mom that young. And then to have her replaced, essentially, in her eyes, pretty much a year after she died, it's like, I feel like this OP really needs to kind of do some self-reflecting in that way, because that's awful. Obviously, you know, A shouldn't have made the comment, you know, because, I mean, Jesus Christ, it's just like, it was a comment made to, like, you know, antagonize. There was no other way for that comment to be taken. Like, I mean, how else do you react to, "Don't you think you've eaten enough, you fat pig"? You know what I mean? Like, it's she's the asshole for that, but the overall kind of orchestrator of this, like, this is all stuff that wouldn't have happened unless OP kind of set the wheel in motion. So yeah, let's see what I'm actually really interested to see what the comments say about this one, because okay, everyone's the asshole, I guess. Something more is undoubtedly going on between C and A. You need to find out why A has such a strong dislike of her and reacted so strongly. Like, I mean, obviously, it seems obviously that she's still mourning the loss of her mom, you know. Oh yeah, Lily says A is probably still mourning for her mother. You managed to put your grief behind you, but the process is much slower for some people. I wouldn't even characterize it as slower, you know. I don't think that, like, I don't think you get over your mom dying at the age of 18 in a year, man. Like, I don't think that's a normal time frame to kind of get over that, you know. It's like, but hey, I haven't lost my mom yet, thank God. But okay, we actually have someone who's kind of being on the receiving end of what the daughter's kind of going through. So please understand how truly terrifying it is to be, as a teenager, lose one parent and then have your only remaining parent meet someone else really fast and suddenly make that new person's needs and happiness a priority over your own. Wow, very well put, very well put. Okay, my dad and stepmom also encouraged me to talk with them about my feelings, but I didn't want to share my feelings with a woman I basically just met. Absolutely, yeah, that's totally fair. And then I was punished later for it in much the way that you are expressing, saying that daughter had the chance to share her true feelings. But then, yeah, this is the thing, like, you know, it's like this is what I was saying. It's like you're replacing this kid's mother in her eyes, and like, I don't know, you're expecting it to just like wash over because, you know, I'm the dad and this is what's saying, and you're holding tuition over her head as well in that kind of way. I don't know. I'm not in agreement with everyone's the asshole here. I feel like OP is just completely neglecting, like, I feel like he's completely neglecting this girl's feelings completely. But hey, maybe I'm missing something here. Like, if you feel any different, comment below, you know. Like, I want to actually kind of get to the bottom of that, because like, I don't, the verdict on Reddit is everyone's the asshole, but like, other than the comments, like, I feel like it's like 90% swaying onto the dad for this one. But, so yeah, that's it for this episode of Am I the Asshole? If you got anything to add, put it down in the comments. Love to hear from you. If you want to give me a hand, help me out, give the video a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.